said to Abraham that he would become a father. And of course, this is what Abraham looked forward to. This is what he desired. And this is what God had desired for him. Fatherhood is a God-given position. It is a God-given honor that one might be able to produce a seed from within oneself. God brought families together by placing Adam and Eve together and making them one.
I love to run and play. There's a place where I sing new songs of praise. Dancing with my Father God in fields of grace. Dancing with my Father God in fields of grace. There's a place where I love to run and play. There's a place where I sing new songs of praise.
And I call all fathers to be conscious of their responsibility. As we look at our world today, we look at a confused world. A confused world as to who we are. And many fathers are simply wandering about, dropping a seed here and there, being irresponsible of where that seed is placed. And I call fathers. Are you aware that you are father and what your responsibility is to become a head of a household? That's one obligation. Being the principal breadwinner, being the person for whom the family has its central name. When I think of myself as a father and my sons and my daughters, whose name do they have? They have my name, Roberts. So, as a father, you are responsible for the family name being honored, being certainly guarded, and being an outstanding family. The reputation of the family is established by the deeds and the accomplishment of the father. So, fathers, what kind of image are you establishing for yourself, for your children, in the community? How are you seen? And what kind of reputation have you established? Your name has gone out. Is it with honor? Or is there shame? The Bible has indicated that the male should be the head of the house. And therefore, the responsibility for developing strong family leadership is a God-given responsibility. And we must assume that with an understanding that as a father, I will hold up my responsibility to lead my house with strong leadership. We must be the breadwinner. We must be working. We must lay a foundation. The foundation for the family is based on how the man assumes his leadership ability, how the man places rules and regulation and does not leave the responsibility to the wife to be the disciplinarian, to be the single most vocal voice in the home, that the home might be firmly rooted on a solid foundation. Jesus talked about the house that is built on the rock. If it is built on solid rock, it will stand. But if it's built on sand, it cannot stand. And a father is to place his feet on the solid foundation for establishing a well-ordered, a well-designed family with a voice of authority, with a voice of clarity, a voice of wisdom, a voice that understands how to guide and direct the ship along the waves. Now, when God spoke to Abram, he first of all made a promise. I will establish my covenant between you and me. And you shall have a son. And that son will become a nation. Now this is God's plan for Abram. And as he established it, later on he changes Abram to Abraham, which means that God had established his covenant, and the covenant brought about a transformation in the life of Abram, and that his agreement with God would go forth and would become a reality, that fatherhood would be his, and that as a father he had a responsibility to bring that child up in the nourishment and understanding and recognition of God. So fathers, today, your situation must be established in line with the eternal. And with a line with the eternal, you recognize God. And you design your family to accept God as your maker, your creator, and be obedient to his command. Solomon says to boys and girls, recognize your Creator while you're young. And the fathers should establish some line of communication so those children grow up recognizing God at an early age, and that they will respect mother and father and all other adults. As a father, you should have a sense of who you are and how your leadership will develop in your home. God is calling for loving fathers. Is there a father in the house that truly has a heart, that has love and can really express his love for his entire family, so that each member knows that Daddy truly cares? What kind of home, Father, are you designing for your children? What kind of honor do your children have of you?
There's a place where I sing new songs of praise. Dancing with my Father God in fields of grace. Dancing with my Father God in fields of grace. There's a place where I love to run and play. There's a place where I sing new songs of praise.